Hello, sexy souls. How are you all doing? Oh, welcome. The chair is going to make a debut today. It wants to be heard. We will give it space, all right, and grace. Anyways, welcome. Okay, this is weird and woo-woo, alrighty. We all are a little weird here, and we get a little woo-woo, so it's kind of in the name, just saying. That's not you. That's perfectly fine. I hope you have a fantastic day. But if you're going to be sticking around, I just want to remind you that as the sovereign being of your life, it is expected that you will use your discernment on if, when, and how this message applies. Okay? So basically, we never Cinderella this to make it fit. Okay? Okay. I didn't come into this with an agenda or any parameters. I came into it just to deliver a message. I don't know what that message is going to be, or I guess by the time we get done with this, we're going to figure out if it's like, you know, a timing or something else. All right, so they want me to start with Golden Universal. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle it up a little bit. We do have, okay, already, look at that. Red is significant because they're bringing me to, we got Nine of Pentacles and the Magician. They're bringing me to this red crested or this red headed bird. I don't know why I'm thinking of the woodpecker. The red, one that has like black and white on it, but the head of it's red. Then her red scarf. But they were showing you this, and I looked up and I saw this dangling. So the red rose. And then I was like, okay, so red has some, it's significant in some capacity, okay? Someone may need to veil, do some protection work. Like veiling can be anything from however you want to do that. A scarf, anointing your crown with oil, whatever ritual you may have. I do a lot of work in the shower, you know, so anyways, those are just suggestions. But the Nine of Pentacles with a Magician. It's definitely some energy of making something happen. And behind both of them, they have this portal-y looking, like this, like they said time loop. So it's like being able to slip through a time loop. So you might be collapsing certain timelines, making something go faster. It may feel like you just teleported into a new life, new situation, scenario. Okay, let's see what they've got to say. I'm going to shuffle this up a little bit. I have Chappell Roan, Pink Pony Club. And remember, she in that song, it's playing in the background just constantly. And in that song, she talks about like, I can't help it. I'm being called to LA. You know, like her from some small town and feeling like that's where her home is. But it's also where she can be completely, totally herself, which cannot happen where she was coming from. And it's kind of like, there's that one part where I guess like family looks at her like, God, what have you done? And she's just, you know, I just saw that. I have to show you the world card. So, Pink Pony Club. Listen to it. Listen to it. It might have relevance for today. King of Swords. Whoop, whoop. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. We have King of Swords, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. This feels like an invitation. And they're showing me this king sitting on that throne looking forward and going, you. Like very specifically, it's a very targeted kind of, so it wouldn't be like a broad invitation. It's very specific, it feels like, for somebody. So it's not like, this wouldn't be like a casting call where it's just generally, you know, set out for everybody. It would be getting a specific call saying, hey, we want you to come in kind of thing, right? Or this isn't like a blast out like, hey, come meet us at this particular dive bar on Saturday night. We'll be playing there. It's like somebody reaching out saying, hey, you, I want you to be there. So there's something specific about that. Because the King of Swords is very direct. He's very direct. He knows exactly, and so he just acts on it. It's like there's precision with the King of Swords. We have a Wheel of Fortune. So there's some level of change, a turning of energy around they keep wanting to change the words on me while I'm talking, and I'm just tripping over them. I was going to say confusion, but they're like to me, confusion would be lack of clarity. But maybe confusion is more something like an internal energy, like you fighting against, and so you're confused. Like, I don't get it, and you're battling with it, but lack of clarity is kind of like, huh? Like, it's not something within you, it's things external to you that seem perplexing. I don't know. All right, okay, that wanted to... So they started singing again, Pink Bonnie Cloud. So shout out to Toblerone, who, I always want to go rowing. Like, it's just this, I don't know if it's like a country thing or, you know, like our, whatever. Anywho, that's not her name. Anyways, because this is like about calling, something calling, bringing you in. And it's about taking, because we've got the water, it's something specific about something becoming a reality, something pulling you in, something that, here we have like our intuition and the etheric and like the dream state, you know, water is all of that. But it's being alchemized into, right? Like this individual is the in between the two, right? And so somehow we've got that coming onto land, something becoming reality. Okay. The freaking Nine of Pentacles, guys. Whoop, whoop. It was meant to come out. It was meant to come out. Death card. There's the, okay, all right. So at least they're letting us know. Ooh. We're about to explore this Nine of Pentacles. That thing has a story. Because it's something about once you're in this energy, it brings an end to this lack of clarity. It's like the inability to see something. See, usually in some of the decks, right, the cups have something in it, but you can't see everything that's in them. You're not really sure, so it's kind of like, something becomes very clear. I like how you can see exactly what is in every single one of these cups. You may not be able to see this, but you know that it's close. You know that it may not be. The wreath, the dragon, the snake, like it's very crystal clear. The thing is, the Seven of Cups didn't come before the Death card. So it's like this comes before. This is what brings in the, like ends something that has been unclear and makes something very clear. So that's why I know there's more of a story behind the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, there's a lot here to unpack. Let me check and make sure that everything is within your view. Okay, it is. I want to see how far down I can kind of like bring this. I'm sorry if I can get in loud because I'm really close to the camera right now trying to. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to pull you back just a tad. And just a tad. Sorry, we're going to go for a ride. Oh, there we go. Okay, just to give me more space to show you guys. Okay. Yay! All right, so we're going to kind of go up here. It's funny. Because something, it's whatever is being you're being invited for. Look at her expression. Look at her. It's like King of Swords sends this cup. Something comes to you, and she grabs the cup, and she's like, huh? And she's looking in it like, that's because instead of having to stare at all of these 7 of cups, ooh, we're getting it. Where, remember, usually they're hidden. See how she's looking in the cup? So instead of having to guess of all the different ways or opportunities, it kind of gets brought to you, and you see in the cup, and you're like, oh. And suddenly, because of that, this becomes very clear. Like all the other cups, you're like, okay, well, since I know this is the right one, because intuitively the Queen of Cups would know, right? But it's like this knight brings her that cup, she grabs it, and she gets to look in it. Like there's just such clarity. Such clarity. On the path to make something a reality. It's being shown to you. You're being given it. And the Nine of Pentacles happens first. Like it's a liberation type energy. It's a freedom type energy, but it's so much more than that. So we're going to start here and then go back, if y'all don't mind. Okay? We'll work our way back. And it's like, you know why all of these things, I just feel like you suddenly can tell why all of these are not for you. Or how these cups, maybe at some point at your vantage point, you couldn't tell, right? But whatever this is that comes in, it gives you the go-ahead to go this particular path or to do this thing. You're like, okay, I know for beyond a shadow of a doubt that is. And it's just there's something about these becoming, and you realize why these other options were just not it. Okay, so let's find out. Ooh, this feels really good. Okay. Azathoth Tarot. Just a reminder for people who are new, I don't read reversals unless I am really pulled to do so. Unless they come out in a particular way. So you'll see it one-off with me versus like me intentionally mixing up the decks. In fact, most times I will put things straight if it comes out wonky. We have the Queen of Swords, a Four of Pentacles. She's sitting very squarely on her throne with her sword of discernment, and it's pointed upright, meaning that she can see exactly the truth. Yeah, it's funny. There's something about reaching this point. See, both of them are covered with red. And behind it is all these grapes. Like it gives you the ability to see things you hadn't before. Like there's something about the Nine of Pentacles, it gives you that vantage point. There we go, it gives you that vantage point. Four of Pentacles is being really secure. There's something about security, and I want to say it is probably financial or just, even if it's like, they're giving me a scenario of where, even if it's not like money, so to speak, right? Whatever it, like if you were, okay, so the Pentacles kind of like gives you that foundation, right? And I want to say the Pentacle over the head gives it more of like future casting, like what I can do, and this is the present. So it's kind of like it sets you up. Like I don't want to say past with the feet, because it's really about making sure you have sure footing and that you can do something in the present and that you can think about what to do for the future. So it's like you have the capacity to focus on the here and now and the future, or to be present in the moment, because of whatever security this brings. You can be present in the moment and future cast instead of dwelling on the past, like feeling like the past is still plaguing you, is what they just said. Okay, so hold on, we're gonna put this over here. We'll get to this, guys. Tell me more about the Nine of Pentacles. I think that's where sense of abundance, security, and liberation comes from. It's a whole book. So we've got the Devil, the Hierophant, Two of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Now, the Hierophant and the Two of Cups did come out reversed, so I want to say this is probably more of a past energy, where maybe this is like, this is, I don't want to say failed, but like a missed, the prospect of a strong, long-term, higher level commitment may have been either perceived as a absolutely not, or has just not been an unrealized, something unrealized up to this point, right? Because then we have the Two of Wands, the Devil, and the Two of Wands. So to me, the Devil came out first. And if these two were in reverse, it's like there was this thing that was keeping you, this thought pattern, this idea, this notion, this whatever, that stopped you from wanting a relationship, higher level commitment, being in a connection with somebody. I feel like that was like, we're gonna have to cover that. He's showing his stuff. These are very graphic. Like, when I bought them, I didn't know how graphic they were, and it's kind of hidden because it's very monotone, and so sometimes I'm like, ooh, there's something there. Let me change that. So yeah, but with this one, I want to say that there was something preventing you from a higher level commitment, connecting with somebody, or finding somebody you could connect with that was appropriately matched, that would be a divine union of some sorts. So there was something that was preventing you from acting and moving towards it. Okay, there's something that was preventing you previously, right? But you see things clearly now, and you feel like your power is restored. Your capacity to not dwell on what has been, but to just be in the moment and look forward, is now there. Okay, so these past cups could be past lovers, or people that you have, let me put this one up, thought maybe, or attempts that you've made before, or how come not this, or how come not that person, or how come, whatever it is, right? So we've got a King of Swords. This is definitely, I'm definitely gonna, I don't do this very much either, but I'm heavy, obviously, it's to be without saying. There's this energy of air energy. So there may be some level of a zodiac sign, air energy coming through. For whoever it may be. I don't feel a zodiac sign with this one. I feel this is more the picture being depicted of like what? Like looking in the cup that's been offered, that's been put on offer. So let's look at the King of Swords to the Queen of Cups. I'm feeling the Fallen Angel Oracle. Someone is being called somewhere. It's almost like someone puts an invite out to someone specific, and I do feel like somebody's going to be going somewhere as a result of this invite. That might be very specific. I won't hold everybody to it, but I feel like this you, like, here's this cup, like, calls you to go somewhere. And this could be like something where you connect with somebody, and as a result of connecting with them, at some point you end up changing your location. Oh my God. This is the first time this card's ever come out with this deck. Love. Okay. It's a love reading. Okay. 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 So yes, there is some level of emotional connection and partnership. Let's find out a little bit more of that. There's going to be, ooh, there's a story behind this. I think this misfortune is what has led somebody. Oh, why does this always get juicy? Oh my God. Okay. So misfortune came out after love. And I want to say that that might be why whoever the Queen of Cups, Nine of Pentacles is, has been in a place where they couldn't see exactly something very clear. Like, I feel like I want to say more than these cups being past lovers, it's like missed opportunities. Now, this could be missed opportunities to connect with this individual. This could be just not knowing where you want to go, like where home is. And when you meet an individual, right, you get led home. Like I cannot get away from someone within this collective changing location as a result of this. Okay. So love, but then we have misfortune, discretion, and choice. So I feel a bit of you see how she's inspecting that cup? Like, and she's got a very blank face. Let me just get a little bit closer so y'all can tell. She's got a pretty blank face. We're just going to be honest, right? She's not exactly like, she's doing her due diligence, it seems. But she didn't like toss the cup in his face, you know what I mean? Or like throw it back into the ocean. So I want to say that there's been misfortune previously in love, and so there's going to be a level of I'm sorry, same with this one. The King of Swords has had it as well. The fact that they had me push these over here, and so there's going to be a level of I want to explore something on a personal level, versus the discretion feels like there's going to be a more serious approach to this potential connection. And I do feel as if it's like a little bit of like, let's explore each other before we like involve anybody else. There's there's a choice. Like, I feel like there's a sincerity, I don't know why I want to say that, about whether to accept the cup. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to put this over here. So there has been some level of misfortune, you know, and it's like, and maybe that's what this is, you know, when you're talking about the Nine of Pentacles, feeling liberated, like maybe you're liberated from this other misfortune as well. But it permanently, this invitation, this very specific invitation, from one person to another, allows somebody to make, again, something comes reality. It closes the chapter on all of that. Like, I don't understand. I want to be like, whatever misfortune in love there was previously created confusion or lack of clarity, external. It's like, I feel as if somehow somebody either got put on a pause on their timeline, or got put on a different timeline, and then they're getting put back right. You know, I said there's like a collapsing of timelines. So it's like making up for lost time in a way. Yeah, but it's like no more. There's no more missed opportunities. There's no more detours, that type of situation. So let's try to get into this a little bit more in regards to find out. We want to see how this how this is going to impact whoever this is in the present. Because while this is a great reading, I don't have very much specificity as to give you for like how it, like when, or if this is for you. And of course, they are saying something about the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups. If there was a disruption in a connection before, like a connection that you feel like should have happened, and say King of Swords ended up directing his attention. Now, when I say his, it's because of the King of Cups. You know, like gender doesn't really matter in this situation, but the King of Swords directed energy to someone who may not have valued the cup that was given. There may be some course correction that's happening. And there was some healing that had to happen for someone. And now that they're in a very independent state, and finally in a good energy, because the Queen of Swords is not in a negative aspect here at all. She can see things clearly. She's at a good vantage point. She feels more secure in this present moment, and is allowing herself to think about future. So she's not focusing on the past anymore. There's a lot of scenarios. And at some point, this may have been what was, and it's like this disruption, misfortune, and love really stopped somebody from taking, because it's like the devil, this energy just kind of flipped things on its head, the way that this panned out. And somebody may have been stuck in their head for a period of time, but this is a 2 of Wands. And so there is now the capacity, I feel like, saying whatever was holding on to individuals, whether it's the King of Swords or the Queen of Cups or the whoever, because there could have been a distraction, right? And I want to say that it was like, that might be where the misfortune was in the choice. So there's a lot of ways this can play out. So you need to pick your version, right? So there's a bit of discretion in this scenario right now when it comes to love, right? Put the 2 of Wands back over here. And when individuals went directions, the funny thing is, I don't feel like, if you're the one where it's like, this isn't somebody where we were hot and heavy and we had dated and they decided to go a different direction, they broke up with me. This was a connection that never, because they keep bringing up the missed opportunity. Like, this was a connection that never happened. Like, it should have, and it didn't. And I'm just saying that maybe somebody veered. And that's where, so somehow, like, these two energies, these two people may be brought together. Like, they put their cup somewhere else, right? And that delayed things. And so it shut a lot of stuff down and made everything because I feel like there was a lot that was supposed to come from this connection, because if location plays a factor, like the person never connected with this individual, therefore they never changed their environment. They never moved home. They never went somewhere, right? And so for me, it's like that disrupted other events that were meant to happen and put some things. So somebody may have been in a place where it's like, my environment, what I'm seeing doesn't match what I know is supposed to be for me. Why? And then also being so confused about not being sure how to take action towards anything. Everything felt elusive, right? Not real, out of reach. But there's something that's going to happen. It's like this. It's like a trigger event, where, not canon event, like where something starts the dominoes of other events that were meant to happen. But okay, that's a lot of information. All right, so let's go with we want some more current information. Archangel Tarot. I feel like 7 is important to somebody. We've got 17 and 7. Yes. Okay, so Page of Swords. Okay. See down here, delays or changes to plans. Like, yeah, I feel as if something was like had to be recalibrated. Yeah. Oh man, this really did do you in. I feel like things were meant to go a particular direction, even if you weren't where you're supposed to meet this person. And even if this person wasn't meant to be forever or something, it was a divine connection. Remember, we saw we got the two of Cups over here. It was meant to happen to set the course, right? Things not turning out the way you'd hope, not seeing the positive in a situation. This is like not seeing a way out of something. Oh, we're really good. For others, it can be like, love has just not ever worked out. What the hell is going on? Why is it always all of this? And not really knowing why things never work out. And it's really meant to be that you're supposed to be somewhere, and had you settled with any one of these other people, your life wouldn't have gone the track that it needed to go. There's got to be something. They're giving me that there's something inside of you. No matter how hard you would be, like, even if you were at a point where you're like, I just want something and I'm ready to, like, you were ready just to not even surrender, because that's a really positive thing. Like, it was like I'm ready just to melt into the background is the way that I'm getting it. Like, I don't care if I get that. Like, there was zero desires, just let something, happen. You were ready to settle in order to be able to have something. There was always a little piece of you that wasn't. And so and it may not even be necessarily in love. Like, there was other aspects of you that you wanted in life, energies you wanted to meld with, a future or timeline or things to do. Even if you weren't even if you said you were willing to give up on that, you were not. There was a part of you that held tight to that. And so there was no settling. There was just no settling. And Spirit knew, your higher self knew that energy within you, and they're like, yeah, you're not going to settle. And that may have been really difficult for you. But there was just so many things that were meant to happen. So yeah, we have, like that really hurt. It hurt. Things did not go the way that you wanted them to go. And in fact, I want to say, like, I feel like there may have been for the group where it's like, the last person where this didn't happen may have done something, right? Because you were supposed to meet this other individual that was supposed to extend this invitation to you. And so for you, you're kind of like, you know what? Like when that one went, that's where things got flipped upside down. That's where the devil was like, here's my in. I'm gonna, and that's where the settling and the focusing on the past pains, because I feel like you really wanted the answer to why, and you had hope that it could work out, and then you received some kind, it was like devastating to you, is what I want to say. Like when they communicated, something happened from you and the last person, and that may have been the pause here. We're getting some good information. And so there was just this pause, two individuals that didn't come together that would have helped other events unfold, because it gives you reason and purpose and motivation and the opportunity to change your environment. And so this is good. There's a major renewal from that. Judgment. Strength is asking you to be compassionate, actually. It's asking you to release any harsh judgments. That's what this was. That's what this was. That's why the Lovers, the Two of Cups and the Hierophant were in reverse. You may have been like, screw it, I'm done. Which then also, like, Spirit's like, oh, please don't say that. we have somebody you need to meet, right? Because I feel like if it wasn't somehow tied to love or a strong spiritual love connection, your commitment to following that. Like, I don't know why they're giving it to me like, well, if we had just sent somebody else that says, hey, here's this job, your logical mind would have come in. Your logical mind would have talked you out of it, so they knew it wasn't going to be any good anyways. You wouldn't have felt as, there's something that would draw you. You have to have your heart open. Even if they sent the job and that should have been enough, your heart really wasn't open anymore because you had shut it down. As a result, there was some shutdown. And so they're like, and the whole point of this is wherever you're going, that's like your North Star. That's your home. That's where you belong. And so the only way to know and to feel committed and have the drive to go there would be have your heart open. Like you would feel, that's where you would feel the tug. That's where you would feel the pull. And so there was just like, it's whatever there's been something here recently where you've released whatever harsh judgments you had as a result of this. And you may have released what had happened, right? But you released something in regards to love. And that's why this is going to be able to manifest. What is, can you tell me a little bit more about how and when? Like, is this a soon thing? Is this a, what? Ooh, Emperor. Two of Air, which is the Two of Swords, and then the Moon. Hold on. I definitely feel like the Emperor is the King of Swords. For those where somebody chose which is a lot of you all, that's a lot of scenarios. They went a different direction, and that's, you know, I feel like there's a lot that's happened, and some of these may overlap. Like, you may have had something happen that closed you off to love, and then this person, the ability to connect and meet wasn't there, and so along their path they met somebody else. You know, like, the story could unfold a million different ways. You know your story. I feel like the Emperor here being unable or unwilling to make a decision. I feel like there was a bit of, there's a decision. There's a decision on the Emperor's part. They are releasing any fears that might hold them back. There's something going on that you're not aware of. Obviously, especially if this is a person you didn't know you were supposed to meet and haven't met. Like, come on now. Ooh! News of an exciting new endeavor. Page of Wands. Tell me a little bit about the Two of Swords. I've got questions about the Two of Swords. They may be afraid of making a move because of their mistake before, like investing in the wrong or handing their cup to you know. Yeah, but that's over. Okay, Chariot. I think that they quickly learned they made a mistake when they did that, but they stuck with that mistake for too long. That's definitely the King of Swords type of energy. They've made a mistake before and they stayed longer in that mistake than they should have. You know, the moon is about reflecting and also like psychic insights, and fears. So they I think they were afraid to admit that they had made a mistake, that it was the wrong choice. And again, for some, I can tell that this King of Swords didn't know there was another one that was going to be presented by the universe, that life was going to usher in, and they felt like, no, I've really got to make this one work. And so they, you know, accidentally, you know. But now, between the Page of Wands and the Chariot, again, that might be why they want to be more discreet. There's a level of discretion here. Because it's like, I publicly made a fool of myself before. I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to be more discerning with it this time. I feel like that's, you know. Please explain these two together. That freaking flew way. Oh, there's two of them. Okay, jokey. Let's see. How does this? Ooh! This is getting complicated. So this is like a new endeavor, some kind of like new exciting news and endeavor, and this is all about like important achievements, recognition, like, and then we have new career opportunities. Spirit may be getting very creative about how this comes about, because I'm seeing now the Queen of Air, and we know you, the Queen of Air. You are the Queen of Swords here. It's like, as soon as, again, this may come by way of crossing paths because of your career, because of some kind of, you know what I mean? Or that's the invitation is in regards to some type of work. And wow, that's how the paths cross. Because obviously Spirit's doing something to make something a reality. There's been so many missed. It's almost as if it's like, had this person not been wrapped up, it couldn't be a different job opportunity or career or project or endeavor. It had to have them involved in some capacity. You wouldn't have felt the pull. There really is something about when you shut your heart space down, that your ability to feel, chair for confirmation, pulled towards something, like, because that's where it comes from. Like, that's how you recognize, that's where your North Star is. Like, that's how you feel it. And so, wow. Okay. Is this an invitation? Is this like, it's very specific though. Remember, I remember saying it's very specific. What, like, how does that pan into play? Okay, it is work. Okay. Yep. Eight of Pentacles. So on your end, there is an openness in general. They're telling me you've got this flirtatious energy back about you. It's not that you're intentionally going out and flirting with people, but that energy, like when you shut your heart off, it changed your personality a bit. Because this outgoing aspect of yourself, the one that kind of like says things a certain way and a certain demeanor about you, that maybe something is, Spirit calls it a flirtatious one, but it's just really just the enjoyment of, you know, I feel like saying that's, that was missing. It was a part of, and then again, if you're not like maybe hope was an issue too. Like you just were kind of like going through the motions or just like very intellectualizing things. And there's something about, I want to say your heart is open, and you may not have said consciously, okay, I want to date again. Okay, I want to whatever. But this is feeling like if it were to present, you'd be open to it. And maybe it's like this, there's this enmeshment, right, between the two. And it's kind of like we couldn't do just, we couldn't like, okay, well, we'll get her up to this area. I say her because the queen of, again, genders. We'll get this person up to this area, and we'll just extend it some other way. You know, like, because my brain wants to go, just because Joe Schmo or me or whoever, why couldn't these other things come into play? Why couldn't you find a different way? And it's like, because there was something about you that wouldn't have acted on it or felt as drawn to it, right? You wouldn't have felt as lit up about it. And so it was risking too much to, Spirit really just waited for you to come out of this, waited for all the things to kind of come into play. Wow. I love readings like that. I feel like I'm getting the tea. I feel like we just sat down and like, you know, you spilled the tea to me. I'm like, what? So let's see if we can get anything in regards to timing. Is this like a soon thing or a later thing? Like, is this like near future, you know, sometime this year? Because why now? Why would you bring this up? Because sometimes I feel like if you bring this up, Spirit, you're going to spoil it. Because now this person's going to be like, what? Oh no. You know, and that kind of stuff. And it's like, they'll be looking for certain things. So I'm a little bit like, okay. Okay. I need timing. Let's see what we can get. Okay, there's something about the eclipse. Was that last night or is that tonight? Let me see it really quick. The eclipse. It's September, isn't it? Oh my God. It's today. Tuesday. Or at least where I'm at. Yeah. Okay, wait. No? Yes. So Tuesday into Wednesday. Like the 17th and 18th. In the United States at least, right? So overnight, basically, from this evening. So for some of you all, it might be happening like right now. Like this is the energy though. So okay. So they give me that. Shit, I actually thought I missed it last night. I was like, man, I missed it. Cause like we woke up and like the moon was so bright this morning and round and perfect. And I was like, oh. So, okay. So there's something about now, but how does that play to what's being extended, the offer, the whatever? Because I mean, things can be kind of like tipped into that, but that doesn't mean it's gonna happen right now. So when is the cup? Give me the Knight of Cups. I want to know about the Knight of Cups. When is that gonna happen? Page of Wands again. That's pages are not pages. Well, maybe. Wands very fast. That's the very fast. Seven of Wands. I'm getting like 7 days. The wand suit is days. Swords are weeks. Cups are months. Generally, like when I'm trying to do it like this. So it feels very like, and the page is like, it starts. So between now and 7 days, really? Because that's very fast. Is it the job thingy that comes in? Like, how does that, really? Okay, so tell me more. Tell me more about the Knight of Cups. I told you there was something about 7. Oh, that was earlier. Because we had, hold on, 17 and then there was 7. I said something about 7. You know, even though I would talk about that card, like I was like, I don't know why they're telling me 7. Oh, 7. Okay. And today's the 17th. Oh, come on, people. Like, man, I'm slow. I'm sure y'all were on it. Like, oh, and I'm over here like clueless because I'm just, you know, trying to read spirit. Alrighty. 7 of Swords. No, 7 of Pentacles. That's the Pentacles, isn't it? Yeah, that's the Cups. That's the Cups. That's the Swords. So, Wands. Where's the, hold on. I feel like I'm lying to myself. That's the Pentacles. Yeah, that's 7 of Pentacles. Okay. For it to break ground. For the first domino to hit. Because the 7 of Pentacles is all about waiting for something to break ground after you've planted the seeds, waiting for it to sprout, waiting for it to go, because at this point you can't see it, but they're like the first sign of this, the first act of this, the first whatever is going to happen within the next 7 days. That is specific. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, we got the tea on this love story. Ooh! All right, well, that was a lot of information. I'm just going to tell you, I feel like you're going to know if it's for you because of your recent opening up of the heart and just optimism and joy and openness to like love in some form or fashion. So yeah, this is amazing. I loved this. Thank you for including me. I saw 5511 on the timer. But yeah, alrighty guys, I hope y'all have a fantastic, wonderful day. This is exciting. Thank you for including me and keep me updated. Woo-woo.